Hi, I'm Clive Madison from Wirewood Trees. You've perhaps seen my recent video of the instruments that I've got and a bit of a spoof video. I thought I'd just do something a little bit more serious to make you think, hopefully. I've got one of my other instruments here, an electric violin, which I made about 8 years ago. But what I wanted to talk about just for a few minutes was the impact of trees on our lives. We very often forget that nearly all of us have some kind of contact with trees, not just going to parks and places like that where the trees are obviously very evident and have a visual impact on our lives, but every cardboard box that you have something delivered in came from a tree. Many musicians have instruments made from trees. Whatever instruments they are, very often there's either wood in them for tonal purposes or for decorative purposes. Trees make paper that artists draw on. Trees actually invade our lives in every possible way. This instrument I made using oak and sapele. Trees were planted way before I was even born. And that's a thought that really has captured my imagination just recently. For those of you who make instruments, maybe that's something to think about. If you're into Ed Sheeran or if you're into a classical musician, chances are the instruments were made from wood that were planted long before they were even thought about. Many of the classical instruments obviously are hundreds of years old anyway, so the trees were planted long before that. You think about people like Capability Brown and the impact that a man like that had on the landscape of this country in the stately parks. He died in the 1780s, and yet some of the trees that he planted are still very young comparatively, and we enjoy those trees even now. Just a thought for you. If you're using trees to create something beautiful, how about planting a tree? There are organisations all across the UK, charitable organisations, that will plant a tree if you donate. Maybe something to think about, something to celebrate. And maybe we should realise that actually if we want to see change, we don't just leave it to our political leaders to do it, we actually do something ourselves. And the power of social media in order to make that change come about rests totally in our hands. If you've got followers on Instagram or Facebook and you want to post this video just to give them a little nudge about how important trees are in our lives, then by all means use this video. Otherwise, maybe use the content of it and do it in your own way. Who cares who gets the credit? Who cares where the idea comes from? But if we plant trees, wow, what a difference it'll make. We have approximately 4.1 million children in this country. Maybe if we all went out and planted a tree for each of those 4.1 million children, it would make a huge difference. And just one final thought. If you fancy buying an air purifier, why not invest in a tree? It purifies the air, and it's got a 500-year guarantee probably, and it gets better and better at purifying the air as time goes on. And what's more, the initial investment is peanuts in comparison to what you would pay for any other equipment built by man. So let's say one up for trees, and 2020, maybe plant one. Thank you.